Greetings everyone, hello and welcome to Alan Wake 2. Finally, I'm going to play this game. The game has been out for a year now and it received all the DLCs that were planned for it. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity now to jump into this. Plus, well, it's also dark season outside in Austria. It's snowing and foggy and everything, so this is perfect for it. And we're going to play this game on PC with max details, full ray tracing, it's 60 FPS. And I would also like to play all the DLCs, of course. The cool thing about this game is that the DLCs are integrated into the main game. That means that you can play the game normal, like you would actually, and the DLCs will just then pop up at some point and you can jump into them, play them, and then resume with your main story. So they're really nicely integrated into the main story of the game, so you don't need to play them afterwards, ad hoc, at the end of the game or something like that. That is always something I hate, and this is really well done, I think. So without further ado, let's jump into Alan Wake 2 in 2024 with all the DLCs, basically the ultimate edition. Go, go, go.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Yeah, so I assume this is not Alan Wake that we're playing on right now. But I've played the first one, Alan Wake 1, and I know that this is the lake where we kind of like went with our... Was it a girlfriend or the wife? I think it was the wife.
Where'd he gone?
So I guess there's only one way to go right now. Deeper into the forest. Might be a dream we're in right now. Okay. So I hope this game doesn't have too many jump scares, because I usually don't like them. Okay, we can sprint. I think he will not have a good ending.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Invitation, return 1. Okay, find the deputies and get to the crime scene.
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Cauldron Lake map.
I think I...
We can check it out now. We are over here.
We should both be down here, watching this dead guy, for safety.
Quit your belly aching, Thornton. I'm up here now. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, cried Thornton. But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Okay, he's probably not really in charge here.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. The case.
Okay, so we're on our way now to the murder. Oh, case board.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Okay, case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. There's the killer profile.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene. Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Well, there's not really a lot of sky here. A lot of trees.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Want to swap?
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thorne, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Okay,
This
there we
is
are.
the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Okay, we have a key image. We can place it on the case board. Have a look. Cauldron Lake murder scene.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
And we get a new question. Another body has been found. Investigate the crime scene. Is it consistent with previous murders?
The killer left the heart right next to the body. Inside stab wound, chest cut open, heart removed. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
Okay, that's 3 new clues. Just see what we can do with cargo strap used to restrain it. Coming over here. Major chest trauma. Coming in. And heart found near the victim's body.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Okay, the clues have resolved the question and unlocked deductions from it. And with that we have more about the victim and more about the killer to learn.
Who is our victim? Who killed him?
Heavy blood
Need to
spatter on the
find more
table.
clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
So he's already made quite a bit of work here.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
Okay, so that's 2 more clues.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Okay, we can also learn about clues by speaking to people. Seems like there's nothing here. Let's have a quick look. So that's the victim, Nightingale. Multiple sets of footprints, probably the killers. Heavy blood spatter on the table. Sounds like the victim. Okay, it's not. It's the killers.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
These 2 here need to be unlocked first.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. ever worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Okay, I got a new deduction. Let's just have a look at that. Nightingale went off the deep end.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
And the cooler and beer.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake, before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Okay. I guess that's it for now. And we need to go... Ah, we got a new clue. Nightingale came from the Cauldron Lake. But why now? After 13 years, where's he been?
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
You just do that.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
I didn't know trees got...
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message. Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Yeah, I see. So that's the person we played in the beginning.
This page.
Let's have a look again. Footprints emerging from under the rock. And trail has gone cold since then. By that tree.
He came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Oh, there's a new one. Anything else here? Reading the words, these words felt like a message. Someone playing a game with them. With that, we can do a new profiling. Yes.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Okay, so I guess we need to continue. He seems determined. Let's follow him. Wait a second, where is he going? He's going back. Do we need to go back? Figure out what happened to Nightingale. Do we get a new caseboard here? Ah, we do have something new. Nightingale has found something hidden inside of him.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Alright. Gotta go
Casey,
back.
I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Well, thank you. Take the car back to Bright Falls. And hope you enjoyed this one, Alan Wake 2.
Talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
And we may continue onwards in the next episode. Stay tuned.
I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.